Hey, YouTube fam. It's kind of weird saying that. Do you guys like when I call you that? Maybe I should just say hey friends. I think hey friends is better. Hey friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. No pressure, obviously, like you can wait until a little bit later in the video to make that call, but like just gonna plant the seed. Today's video is part of my What I Wore series. I bring you along as I get dressed for a week. So it's 5 days of outfits and you get to kind of, you know, come along for the ride. See the logic behind how I pull my looks together. I thought I would try something new for this month's video where I will have a focus on a specific item and I will style all of my looks for this week around this clothing item. And the item is midi skirts. One, because you know I love a good midi skirt. It's like the only type of skirt that I wear, really. And I've noticed on my Instagram, many of you have asked me how to style midi skirts. That's what I'm gonna focus on for today's video. We're gonna style a week in outfits, all focused around the midi skirt, and I'm gonna share some styling tips along the way. First day, today's actually a Tuesday. It's nice and sunny outside, so I'm like extra bubbly today. It's like the first warm day we've had in a while here in Chicago, so I'm particularly in a very good mood. The skirt we're styling in today's video is this green pleated skirt that's got this beautiful shimmer to it. This is from Mango from like ages ago. Let's do it. Look is officially complete. Here's the skirt. I need help. Here's the skirt, which I have not worn in months, like all winter, have not worn it. What I did was I paired it with this Courage, depends how you want to say it. This is a Courage knit cotton sweater that I bought secondhand on Poshmark. I want to say Poshmark. I love Courage. It's just super expensive, brand new, so I always try to find it secondhand. What I particularly love is the little logo that they always put front and center on their sweaters. It's just like a nice little touch. It makes it feel like, you know, high end. The sweater was fun because it's color blocked. It's got the white sleeves, black, some green detailing on the sleeves and the neckline, which really blended nicely with the color of the skirt. This sweater is long. I decided to make the call to tuck it in because it didn't feel long enough to wear over a midi skirt, and you'll see more about what I'm talking about there later in this video when I decide to style a skirt with a large sweater over it. It has to be the right length. I recommend going with a longer top. You don't want it hitting like hip line or even like top of the thigh is not long enough. You want it to be like here, because otherwise it just doesn't look right and it makes you kind of look a little bit wider. Not flattering, not chic. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in this video, like how to approach wearing an untucked top with a midi skirt. In this case, I decided to tuck it in because the top was not long enough. I finished it off with a little leather belt, which was thrifted. It's in, again, the same kind of green jewel tone of the skirt. I thought that was a really nice addition. There's a surprise on the bottom here, something you probably have not seen me wear because I haven't worn them in like 10 years. Riding boots. We're bringing back the riding boots because they are coming back. They're having a moment. I thought, what better way to bring them back than with this little midi skirt look. You don't see the top of the boot because it's covered by the skirt. The fact that the boot is hidden, the top of the boot is hidden, makes it look really cool, I think. Like very effortless and like, you know, different. Tip with styling boots with midi skirts. Ideally, you always want the top of the boot hidden under the skirt if possible because it looks really cool, as you can see. Otherwise, I would make it so that minimal skin is showing. So you always want like a higher boot. Avoid ankle boots at all costs with these skirts. It will not look good. I should mention that these boots are Ted Baker from ages ago. My mom actually bought them for me on a trip to London that she took in like 2012. Normally I don't keep things like this for very long because you know I clean out my closet pretty frequently. Given this was a boot that I knew would be coming back, it's like a classic boot, it just wasn't on trend for a while, I kept them, especially because they're like high quality, in really good shape. There we go, I'm wearing them again, so I'm really glad I held on to these. Lastly, I do want to show you my little cute earrings that I added. I wanted to do a simple earring. I also pulled my hair back in a bun to really showcase the beauty of this sweater. Did a cute little earring here. These are vintage Escada clip-on earrings. simple gold little hearts just to add something fun. That is my outfit for today. Skirt styling, day 1. See you tomorrow. Bye. It's another day of skirt styling. I think I'm slowly losing my mind. Here's your take on what's happening here. The skirt we're styling up today, I realized that we actually styled up in last month's What to Wear series. I'm gonna style it up in a completely new way today, I promise. It's just such a good skirt. I have to style it because it's so freaking cute and I haven't had a chance to wear it all that much and I love it. It is this cute 50s circle skirt. The pattern is so fun. It's like very spring floral, but in like a retro vintage way, but like not in a retro vintage costumey way. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna style this up today, and I think I'm gonna show you how to go about styling a midi skirt with a long oversized sweater over it. Stay tuned. I'm gonna change and we'll talk about the outfit. This is one of those outfits at first glance you're like, what? No, that's just wrong. If you look at it a little bit closer, it totally works. Have on the amazing circle skirt. This skirt is like a dream. I can't believe I found this thing. Shout out to Knee Deep Vintage in Pilsen, Chicago. Best vintage ever. This was a find from there from a few months ago, and I actually did a little TikTok video on this little vintage haul, which I'll link to in the description of the video. This is my vintage 50s circle skirt. I decided to go a little crazy here and do some sort of pattern color mixing. I paired it with this vintage varsity sweater. So I mentioned in yesterday's outfit that you can wear a long top with a midi skirt if it's the right type of top. Key things to look for: you want it to be long. This length wouldn't work. Do you see that? It just doesn't go. Versus this, it's a little bit longer. So this is hitting me like mid-thigh, which is what I said is kind of the length you want to look for comparing a long sweater with a midi skirt. Oversize is sort of the direction I always go when it comes to sweaters to wear over midi skirts, because if it's too fitted, it looks too clumpy because there's a lot of fabric layered on top of each other. So if you go with oversize, you're pretty much in the clear because you're not gonna see that level of detail, which is why I think it works in this case. I picked this sweater because it has the green and yellow detailing, which picks up the colors in the skirt. So I thought it was a fun way to play up on like mixing two completely different styles, which, funny thing, both from the 50s, because the varsity sweater is a 50s thing. We've all seen Grease. We know that this is what boys wore back in the day. It's funny that I'm mixing like a masculine, feminine piece from the same era together. And then again here, you see I paired it with a knee-high boot. Square toe magical boot was a Poshmark find. These are Tommy Hilfiger. If you just search Tommy Hilfiger square toe boot on Poshmark, you're gonna find a million of these. They also have them on Etsy. It is so comfortable, and I was lucky enough to find a pair that was in really good shape. That is it. That's the outfit. That is my midi skirt look for, let's catch these boots real quick for today. Morning. It's another day. Today I woke up just like feeling kind of off, you know, like my energy levels are kind of like, let's hope the creative juices are flowing when it comes to outfit creation today, because we are styling up another skirt. In today's outfit, I'm going to base my outfit all around a denim skirt. Switching it up, doing a different kind of skirt today. Obviously want to show you all of the ways you could style a midi skirt, and obviously a denim midi skirt is like a closet staple, is it not? The skirt we're gonna be styling in today's video is one of my favorite vintage finds of all time. The number of times I use that phrase to describe a vintage item, like you would think every single piece of my closet is my favorite find of all time. Maybe that's not a bad thing. This is a vintage skirt I picked up in San Francisco years ago, and it's, yes, look at that. It's got the little Guess 90s logo on the tush. It's actually a lighter wash denim. It's got that like very, you know, 90s effect. A cute little slit in the back. It's high-waisted. We're gonna style up this skirt today. I don't really know where I'm gonna go with this, but I just have a feeling it's gonna be great. This one's fun because it's a little bit more casual than the other looks I've styled up this week. I paired it with a vintage sweatshirt. So this is actually a recent find. It says Pittsburgh Penguins. I just love the color of it, and I loved the fact that it had little buttons. I'd never seen anything like that before, so thought it was cute. Like that it's a little bit oversized to kind of elevate the look and make it look a little bit more interesting versus just putting the sweatshirt on and calling it a day. I added a turtleneck underneath for like a layering effect, and I think it also brings out like, you know, the white and the penguin. It just makes it look a little bit more styled versus looking like I just threw on a sweatshirt because that's what was the closest thing to me. Pro tip, if you want to add something to kind of spruce up your outfit and make it look a little bit more styled, think about layering and how you can layer up a look, and a thin turtleneck like this is the perfect way to do it, and it's super easy. This turtleneck is from Everlane. It's just kind of their basic ribbed turtleneck, and I love it. It's very second skin-esque, which I appreciate because I use it specifically for layering. Another tip when styling high-waisted skirts and really high-waisted anything, especially if you have a kind of oversized piece on the top, it's not long, you're not going for that like untucked look, definitely do a little tuck in the front to accentuate your waistline, because if I didn't, like this does not look as good. I look like a soccer mom about to jump in my minivan. Then you do a little tuck, and it just makes all the difference. Little tweaks here and there with your outfit make a huge difference. And imagine if I had it untucked with no turtleneck underneath, then I would really look like a soccer mom of like, oh, she just doesn't have time to get dressed. So jewelry wise, I added in my layered gold necklaces. I actually haven't worn my layered gold necklaces in a while, so it was kind of fun to bring them out. These two are both vintage. This little guy was a vintage find in Palm Springs. It's a little Sagittarius pendant. I'm not a Sagittarius, but my dad was, and Leo is. It has some special meaning to me. I have on my Madewell heart earrings, which you guys have seen me wear a million times. This was a cute little vintage ring I found on Etsy. It's like a rose, an ivory color. Got my thumb ring from Majuri. And on this hand, I've obviously got my engagement ring, my little signet ring from Last Sign LA. This little flower rainbow beaded ring was another find on Etsy. It was like $7 and I love it. I will link to them in the description of the video. We talked through the top part of the outfit. Below, I want to talk to you about my socks really quick because they're super fun and they have a cute story behind them. Another way to spruce up an outfit is just to wear fun socks. The reality is most of the time when I'm at home, I'm not wearing shoes because we don't wear shoes in our house. I just do them for styling videos. Because I spend a lot of time at home, a lot of times to spruce up my looks, I just wear a fun pair of socks. These socks are particularly special because they're eco-friendly and they're literally made from trash. These are my socks! These socks are from a brand called Teddy Locks. The brand is sustainable, eco-friendly socks, and they're so soft and luxurious, and I love them. I have partnered with them to give you a discount, a 10% discount off your purchase. Go to the description of the video to get the code that you need so that you can purchase them. I'm obsessed. Here is the full look. You could see my little socks peeping through, the little hint of navy, which pulls from the navy in the sweater. These lug sole boots are from Mango. I was dying to jump on this trend and I didn't want to spend an arm and a leg on lug sole boots, knowing like how long they'd be around, so I did go fast fashion with these. Going with a boot that just slightly shows some skin that's a higher mid-calf height, so these boots are a perfect example. That is my full outfit today, full of outfit tips for you. I'll see you tomorrow. Another day, I didn't do my hair. Well, I did it, but like, you know, it's in a bun. We styled a pleated skirt, we styled a circle skirt, we have styled a denim skirt, and in today's video, we're gonna style a knit skirt. Let me show you the skirt. We have this really cool baby blue midi knit skirt that's kind of stretchy and has this cute little front pocket. The skirt is from Universal Standard, which is a great brand. They're all about inclusive sizing, so they create the same pieces for sizes 00 through size 40, which is pretty incredible. Most brands have like a plus size line, a petite line, and Universal Standard has one line across all size ranges, which is super cool and really how fashion should be. They are on the higher end in terms of pricing, but you know, the quality is so great and the brand mission is awesome, so paying for that too. We're gonna put an outfit together around the skirt, so let's see what we can make happen. I always have so much fun styling the skirt because of the color and the fit. So this is a skirt, very form-fitting, but very stretchy and very comfy. I love that it doesn't kind of fan out at the bottom. It truly is form-fitting from the top down. Talked about the skirt already, it's universal standard. The one thing I want to highlight before I move on to the rest of the outfit is their sizing is a bit different. I'm a size 4 and my size in universal standard sizing is 3XS. So just make sure you look at the sizing chart before you buy anything from their site. The top is from Depop. This is a vintage 70s. It's like a little chore jacket with dagger collars. I love the plaid and the blue in it, totally matched perfectly with the blue in the skirt. Pro tip when it comes to styling fitted skirts like this, you wanna go with an oversized untucked top. If I were to wear like a skin tight top on top and have it tucked in, I'd basically be wearing like a bodycon dress, which was maybe cool when in my like clubbing days, like not anymore. If you were to layer an oversized blazer on top of that, however, that would be okay. But worn alone, skin tight top with skin tight skirt, it's a no-go. You want to kind of play around with dimensions and sizing when it comes to pieces of your outfit and mix it up. That said, this shirt is not very oversized, but it is slightly oversized. I like that it's longer, and to kind of play up the oversized effect or make it look bigger than it is, I left the bottom buttons unbuttoned. I did add, I love this, my little thrifted gold chain necklace underneath so that it's just peeping through the dagger collar. I love that touch. It looks so cool. And then I did put on my chunky clip-on gold earrings to kind of spruce it up, and it brings out the little peep of gold in the necklace. Rings are the same as I wore yesterday. From a shoe standpoint, I do have on my brown platform boots. These are also kind of a higher ankle boot. So I've stuck with my tip from the beginning of the video, always wearing kind of a mid-calf or knee-high boot with midi skirts. So that is the outfit for today. It's like 70s inspired with pops of pastel, which is the best kind of pop of color. Chat with you tomorrow. It's Friday and I'm thrilled. I even did my hair for the first time in weeks, I think. It looks a little crazy, but you know, and I put eyeliner on. This never happens. Skirt styling for today. I'm gonna do another printed skirt. It's kind of like a very like 90s vibe skirt. Let me show it to you. This is the skirt we're styling today. It's got this fabulous like Asian inspired print. This is Vivienne Tam, the designer. It's vintage Vivienne Tam. My guess is it's from either the 90s or the 2000s. It's that mesh material that we're like all raving about these days, and I just love the color combos, the mustard, the purple, it's got some navy mixed in, so I thought it would be fun to style up a skirt that's like a different texture than the other skirts I've styled up this week. I'm gonna pull something together. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this, but we'll figure it out. Here's the final look. I'm actually very excited about this one, like more than I thought that I would be. So here's a skirt. It's like a fitted mesh skirt. As you saw, it's got the mustard yellow, purple, navy. I decided to play up the purple a little bit, do a different shade of purple instead of kind of matching the shade exactly. And I went with this lavender leather. It's a shacket. I'm just gonna call it a shacket because that's what it is. I'm wearing it as a shirt. If I left it open, I could totally wear it as a jacket, but it is cinched in the back, which is so cool. I decided to keep the bottom buttons open because, I don't know, it felt like too businessy to keep it closed like this. And this just felt like more casual, more sexy, a little bit more effortless than kind of buttoning it up all the way down. This is a vintage find from LA. I got it at the Melrose Flea. I think it was back in November. I added my Escada earrings that you saw earlier in the video. I'm definitely in a spring kind of mood, as you probably can tell based on this outfit. I decided to put on these sling back pumps. They're navy, which I think is so cool. It's like this little Parisian brand that I've never heard of before, and they were like brand new from the thrift store. I like saw them and fell in love, and they're insanely comfortable. Because the heel is like 3 inches, and that's like, let's be honest, the only heel size I will wear moving forward in my life. I feel like they're on trend right now, kind of like this retro little, it's not a kitten heel, but it's close to a kitten heel sling back shoe, and I like that it brought out the navy and the skirt. So really playing up the different colors happening in the skirt. So that's like a tip when it comes to styling pattern things, is try to find pieces that bring out the colors that are in the pattern, match it up that way to find pieces to mix and match with the skirt or whatever pattern item you're trying to style up. I'm really loving it. It's so fun just to get dressed up even though I'm not going anywhere. Highly recommend it. that is it for this month's What I Wore series. Would love to hear which outfit was your fave. If you have any other questions on styling skirts, drop me a comment and let me know. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Obviously give it a thumbs up as well. I'd also love to hear your take on how you like centering the What I Wore series around like a specific clothing item. If you just liked me going off the cuff and styling outfits, I could do that too, but I wanted to try something new and get your take. So let me know if you liked the format of this video. That's all I have to say. I'll see you in my next video. Love you guys. Chat soon. Bye.